It was amazing. And, you know, this was the most, this moment that I'm going to tell you about is like the most magical moment. That night, Merle Haggard had come in town because he was going to play the next day with Jones. And Haggard and Jones sat down at the bar, at the actual bar. And Haggard had on a ball cap. And Jones is sitting there, and I'm in earshot range of him. And I'm 16 years old. And and I'm listening to these guys, and Jones is wearing Haggard out about horns, about the clarinet and all the horn. He says, "I hate those freaking horns." He said, "Do you have to?" He was telling how bad he hated the horns because they were out of tune. He told Haggard, "Do you have to do it?" I mean, and it was, and Haggard's telling him, "I'll do what I want to do. You
Yep.
don't tell me what to do." I mean, it's just two old legends, just. And I mean, they loved each other though. They absolutely adored each other. And
And you are watching this happen as a
yeah,
16-year-old kid.
yep. Who can't even order a beer? I'm sitting there. I mean, I'm drinking cherry cokes up there singing on stage, and I'm singing "Make the World Go Away." An old Eddie Arnold song. I'm doing all their stuff too, and it was really cool. The next day, Haggard came in from. Jones came in from my sound check, and talk about intimidating. And
What did he say? Did you talk to him?
yeah. He said, he goes, "You're going to make it." And he says, "You don't have it right now." He said, "But I know you're going to make it." And he said, "You're going to have to hone your skill." He said, "But I hear it." He waited for me to finish sound check and tell me that. And that, it's just so weird because that night, that day, Johnny Paycheck pulls up in the back of the deal. He's headlining in the club. I'm opening for Johnny Paycheck. So the night before, I'm sitting there with Haggard and Jones, and Johnny Paycheck pulls up behind the club there, and I walk outside, and I mean I am awestruck. I don't even know what to do. So Johnny Paycheck's road manager comes off the bus and says, "Is there any way I can get a picture with Johnny?" And he goes, "Absolutely." He said, "Johnny loves, young talent, and he goes, I know it." He stepped down in his sweatpants and took a picture with me and my sister. And I thought that was that shaped my life. I've never refused to take a picture with people or to give people autographs. And that was like the most humble, I think. He had never even heard me. He knew nothing about me other than my name was on that billboard with his, and that I deserved respect. And he gave it. And that is the kind of thing, I wish you saw more between artists. I think what has changed, most artists are so freaking jealous of each other that they never treat each other with kindness. And it really is, it's nasty. I have very few friends in this business, and the ones I do, I love to death, but there's so much jealousy that I don't, and I think they did it different back then. And I got to witness it. I loved it.